Oh yeah, we've got some new graphics, but of course none of you care about that. All you're interested in is what we offer you every single week, and that is channel audits. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to the vidIQ Tuesday channel audits. We had a little bit of a change last week where we were on a Thursday, and we do apologize for that, but we're back at our usual day, usual time slot, ready to audit your channels. My name is Rob. If this is your first time here, we are the YouTube tool. We have a YouTube channel, and we have a YouTube Learning Academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And every single Tuesday, for the next couple of hours, we're going to be auditing your channels for absolutely free. And as always, I could not do this with my trusty companions. And as I noticed as we were watching memes of the week, more on that later if you don't know what those are. Travis, I saw you watching them in the background, just smiling to yourself, because we've got a strange community here, haven't we?
We have the best community. It is the greatest of all time. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I know you're all excited to get your channels audited, and let's hope that that goes well, because next up is the person who's going to try to pronounce all your names. And, you know, I'm sorry if he mispronounced your name.
I think that's your cue, Dan. I think Travis just introduced you.
Oh, that was my cue. All right. Well, I was kind of rubbing ointment on the burn. So do I have to do that now?
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. Let's lead off. You do some channel shout-outs. Who are we saying hello to this week in our live stream?
I don't know. There's like 500 people here. Let's start with the Green Fire. Owen something. How to art
something of the week.
Serial killer, but it's cereal like the kind you eat, you know, which I like. I think that's
like that one.
Yeah. Ryan Aston. We have Joe Mama. Taylor, not Taylor Rose, Taylor Rose. You've missed the L in Taylor. And the Novices Retro Review.
It also now sounds like Dan is correcting people's channel names and picking out grammar and spelling mistakes. So thank you for that, Dan. Travis, who are we saying hello to?
Welcome to all the mods. I see you in there. Thank you so much for joining us and helping out with the craziness that is the live stream. Bella the pug. Nathan, my little miniature dachshund, loves pugs. Let's see. We got Chili Cactus. That's interesting. Slow Gaming 2. That's good. Huddy is here. We got TTT Lighting. And, you know, listen, Bloodvex, we wouldn't have started this live stream without you, so we're glad.
Absolutely, yeah, certainly true that. I'm going to say hello to the following people that include Black Hats Gaming, Lancan Life by D, Philimnox, I think that channel name was. We've also got Asteroid Fish 224, Reese's Top 10s, and also This Message is Held for Review. Hello to you. That is a very unusual channel name. And as Travis said, thank you to all of our moderators who spend their endless hours each week making sure that the chat is in a civilized manner. And I'm going to say, Dan, in your defense, I mean, we joke about the way you pronounce channel names, but I think you're actually just as good as the rest of us. Now, this is just all historical angst that we have against you. So I'm going to give you a thumbs up this week. Well done to you, sir.
Thanks.
Right, folks, this is how the channel audits work every single week. If you're a regular here and you know how it works, then you know what to do. You need to start making your Twitter memes right now. But for new folks, this is what we do every single week here at the vidIQ channel audit livestream. vidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the vidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get-together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the vidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download vidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. Always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. So thank you for the 750 people who have now joined us. I hope you're all comfortably seated, socially distanced, and we're going to be auditing your channels very, very soon. Just a bit of housekeeping this week. We have changed the super chats to actually an opportunity to donate to the COVID-19 Solidarity Fund. If you do that, just be aware that, as usual, it doesn't guarantee you a channel audit. And I think the way that donation super chats work is that we sometimes don't see the messages either. So we might not be able to read them out. But we just thought it'd be better to have something which you can donate to, which is actually going to make an impact, whereas the super chats way, we welcome them, but it is money that we certainly don't need, and we want to make sure that it goes to a much better cause than our little vidIQ slush fund, where we just buy sweets and chocolate. Another couple of things is we will be talking about some tech this week. We try and one of us always talks about a little bit of tech we would like to share with you. And we may also be playing a game, but I'm going to hold that back as a little bit of a teaser because you've always got to leave your audience wanting a little bit more. But with all that said, now with 800 people now watching us, we're actually going to start auditing some channels, and this is how it works every single week. On Mondays, when we post the live stream to public, so people are aware of it, we also offer you the opportunity to join in on our Photoshop battle, whereby you can send us a tweet, and if it makes us stop scrolling or we enjoy it, then we'll pick it as a potential winner to be the first channel audited. So Dan and Travis, this may be the first time that you're encountering these tweets. So we had some excellent suggestions as always. This one in particular, I just like it when people draw on my face in some way. That makes it very entertaining for me. We also had a good one here, which was that was there. Yeah, very good point there. Please don't ask for channel audits in the live chat. That will save our moderators. I tell you what, this was close. That was a real good one. I really liked the work that went on there. And we may choose some of these as well a little later. And I just wanted to pick that one. That was, I think that was in second place because I agree. I agree completely with this. And soon we're going to hit 600,000 subscribers, and I still can't explain it. But the winner this week was a bit of Walking Deadness going on here. I love the little makeup that you put on me and you deadened my eyes, and that was nice work from them. And the winner then of this Photoshop battle this week was Parents Night, a husband and wife staying in love one movie at a time. You've hit just over 1,000 subscribers, and since I've done a lot of talking so far, I'm going to open the floor to Dan and Travis here, and let me know what you think of this one.
We don't have the screen.
Share my screen. Yeah, I've just realised that. There we go. I just realised that I didn't share any of those tweets with anyone either, so that was stupid as well. But we'll go back to them. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let me quickly show you. The person that won was that tweet there, which was very, very good. Anyway. I always forget to do those things. Anyway, we're going to go back to Parents' Night. What are we looking at here then, Dan and Travis?
I love like the concept behind this. Again, sometimes a topic, a theme for the channel is the biggest win you can have. And Parents' Night In is amazing. Boozy movie reviews, it rhymes, it's easy to remember. The value proposition is super, super strong. I love all of that. I think it's so well done. So now the question is like, how is the content, how the thumbnails, that sort of thing. I think the value proposition in the banners is very clear. If you look here, we got a premiere for tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. You know, to be honest, if it's me and I'm not getting a bunch of views on videos, I wouldn't even premiere. I'm just
going to check one of the older ones and see if they're all premiered. It doesn't look so. Maybe maybe
there's something special for this.
Yeah, maybe something special about that one.
Yeah, but in general, like there's even one that's like looks like Japanese writing or something like that in the top. They have like the Peanuts, the Charlie Brown Christmas coming out of the popcorn. Like they're having a lot of fun with thumbnails, which is pretty cool. I guess the one thing is while they are integrating the movie into their thumbnail, it's not strong enough at times. Like Back to the Future, it makes sense, the parents in the night, but all the other ones, if I'm not closely looking at them, I don't see it. It's almost like the detail of them integrating that, which I totally agree with, is not strong enough in the picture for me to even realize it until I really pay attention. And you can't do that. It's got to be like super, super in my face to really make that impact, I think.
Yeah. What do you think, Dan?
Well, I'm noticing these are all podcasts, which is interesting. They seem to be doing pretty well, too, for podcast content. We've actually talked about this a little bit, probably just internally. I don't know if we talked about it on a live stream, but I wonder if they could try doing them live just to, because if it's, I'm assuming they both live together. They're probably the two hosts of the show. And I think that's just an opportunity to maybe get some more views if I were to give them some advice.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree about the thumbnails as well. They're really creative. I like them a lot, but they can be kind of lost in translation a little bit. And I wonder if you can take the two of them coming out of the popcorn buckets and just zoom in on everything a little bit, maybe allow those to fall off on the sides a little bit more so you have more room for the screen where the movie is shown. Just some tweaks could make that a lot clearer, I think. But overall, I think it's really cool. Some of these have a lot of views.
I was just playing through one of the videos to see what content there was, and it looks as if it's mostly still images. So they're probably recording an audio podcast and then editing it, much like we've tried, Dan, with our podcasts and trying to turn them into video content. And that has been a struggle for us, hasn't it? We've not really cracked how to, unless it's like a dedicated podcast channel, but even then with like Seth Rogen, it's not Seth Rogen, who am I talking about?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, sorry. Who has, unlike H3 podcast, where they have like video on going on as well. That can certainly be a challenge. Now, you are right in that some of the, occasionally they have these videos that pop out with like 1,000 views. So there are these occasional ones which are doing really well. So I'm wondering if there is anything connected there that they're able to work on. I mean, the titles as well, they're thrusting their channel name into all of the titles along with an episode number. Maybe you want to tweet a test not using that in the titles because you include it in the thumbnails. So that might be something else to consider as well. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, the word reaction could be something to try because you are reacting to the film.
Or is there a certain take that on the video? Is it like a parent's reaction to it? I don't know if that would maybe change the dynamic a little bit in terms of a value proposition of how they, I mean, do you like movies? Do you love podcasts, etc., etc.? Is that enough to give you like a unique selling point and positioning on YouTube? I'm not entirely sure on that. But yeah, there are some green shoots here, which I'm encouraged to see. And I like you say, Travis, I love the way that they incorporate the theme of the movie into all of the thumbnails. But it's just those two big popcorn images, which I think destroy the feel of it a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. It's so close, but yeah, like you say, while it's important to brand, when people don't know who you are, the branding is less important. So putting Parents Night in at the beginning, and then also kind of making the thumbnail too much about yourself is going to actually hinder you, even though the concept is, I think, fairly strong.
I mean, if you look at this one, the Parents' Night in Charlie Brown's Christmas, they actually incorporated the characters into a popcorn, and maybe that worked a little bit more on that one. So, and yeah, sometimes you're adding hair onto the character. So they're even doing custom character icons as well, which is intriguing. But again, is it just this big popcorn red, white imagery, which is maybe adding another color theme, which is maybe destroying the whole look of the thumbnail a little bit. Very good thumbnails, don't get me wrong, but maybe the execution just isn't quite right yet there. Anyway, that is Parents' Night. Parents' Night with 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations on hitting that milestone. I'm just going to quickly again zoom through these tweets which you all just saw because I forgot to show you them. There we are. There was a few more, and we may pick some more out of here as well. But in the meantime, what I also want you to be doing is going to Twitter, making sure you include the hashtag channel audits and sending us your latest and greatest creations. We'll be going through some of them very, very soon. But what we also do is we select the first channel from our audit list, and we've got a new way of looking at the list now, so we can see the timestamps of when the very first person submitted, and we can go through all of these, which we're going to do later on. These are all of your channels that have been submitted already, and the list is already nearly 800 long. But the first person to submit yesterday when the live stream went live was Adventures with C and C and C. So it's not Adventures with Command and Conquer, which is what I first thought for some reason when I saw C and C. It looks as if it's two younger YouTubers here who are, I think, talking about travels that they're going on. Which is a cool way of looking at things as a younger creator. You're one shy of hitting 50 subscribers. No doubt you'll probably hit that before the end of this live stream. And again, Dan and Travis, I'm going to let you lead on this one. What do you think of Adventures with C and C and C?
Well, I saw donuts. I was excited about that. I think it was in the second row.
A little further down here, yeah.
Oh, donuts. I mean, looks good to me. No, I like how they do. Now, people might feel differently about the banner, the kind of in the thumbnail, the kind of color around it. I like it personally. I don't know. Maybe it's...
That's interesting. I'm not a fan of this. Dan, you're the deciding vote here. What do you think of the banners?
I was going to say that I in general, I'm not a big fan of borders around thumbnails, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. In this case.
I think it just depends on the content. I mean,
I think it takes away from the travel element here. So, but Travis, tell us why you like them. So we got like some counter.
I think it's because I like blue and green, but I mean, also you got to realize it's it's kind of a kids channel, right? It's two kids, so it makes sense for the people that would be potentially clicking this. It's not. I don't think that many adults would necessarily be watching two kids kind of travel. I mean, maybe they would, but and also the bottom right hand corner where there's some information there. It looks like a mountain. The timestamp steps right over top of whatever is there. So that needs to be moved, or even maybe not even put in, because you can hardly read it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then make sure that the images are definitely like highlighted in a like saturated. Like there's some of these are really good, like the little robot Lego looking things are pretty cool. But then you look at like the Denver mini vacation. I can't really see exactly what you're trying to like. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, some are good, some could use a little work, but definitely if you guys are the prominent kind of voices of the video, like you have down here, the Easter family thing, be in a thumbnail. If not, then yeah, showing what you're going to be covering in the video is always a good idea.
Dan, what do you think generally of this one?
I think it's pretty cool. I'm jealous of their childhood because they're getting to see all these
go everywhere.
Awesome yeah. I think there's a lot of opportunity here, especially if you get to travel a lot. That's something that is what I like to call a high barrier to entry. A lot of people can't, travel all the time. So if that's something you find yourself doing a lot, absolutely take advantage and make the places you go kind of the hero of that video. So I saw one about Red Rocks Amphitheater. That's kind of the right way to do it. You're going to be showing off Red Rocks Amphitheater. We can assume your commentary is going to be involved. But yeah, maybe I would just check out other videos done on whatever it is you're touring that video. So Red Rocks Amphitheater, I would look it up on YouTube, try and see how other people are marketing that. So your title could be a little more competitive, because these titles, while they tell me what I'm going to see, I think they're just a little simple, and I think it's going to be difficult to rank.
Wow, look at this. When I first started 4 years ago, and look at how young they were as creators then. And
Wow.
I mean, now you've grown up a little bit, but you're still younger creators. I love a passion here. It's clear that you want to spread a message and inspire people with your content. I think the challenge you have as creators right now, and I'll ask you this, and this may take a very long time to determine, is who is your target audience? Is it other children of a similar age to you who are maybe going to be going on traveling, or is it maybe aimed a little bit more at parents who are looking for places to take your children? And the reason I ask that is because I don't think, in terms of a younger audience, these titles and thumbnails are exciting enough. Whereas I think when you talk a little bit more about yourselves, or as an adventure, or there's something going on at home, like the Lego challenge, trying some food, family fun. I've just noticed that these videos tend to get like maybe twice as many views. I would suggest versus the travel ones. So it's either that the travel content isn't quite pitched rightly to a certain audience, or just by you testing out different content on your channel, people are enjoying a certain form of content over the other. So that might be a challenge for you. I don't know, maybe it may turn into like home adventures, or adventures around your local area, or family adventures rather than traveling adventures. That may be something to consider. I look at this top row of like travel videos, and none of them really seem to have picked up quite as many views as like the ones with the Lego challenge, or the food truck, or the family fun. Admittedly, these videos are older, so maybe it's going to require a bit of time to pick up the volume, but that was my thought there as well. And you've hit 50 subscribers as well during this live stream, so congratulations to you on that. But just keep going, just keep creating content. You'll find your way on YouTube with what you're doing. And yeah, I read in the description as well that the COVID-19 situation is creating a challenge for you. So how think of what are you doing right now, because you can't travel, and that's probably what millions of children, certainly across the US, are in a similar situation to you. So you can appeal to them with the content of how you're keeping busy as well. Would be something to test. Anyway, that is Adventures with C and C and C, and we have audited 2 channels in 25 minutes. So we need to ramp up here, guys. Let's get going with some more stuff, and it is the Herping Kid, I think his channel name is, with 76 subscribers. Dan, was this one of yours, or was it one of Travis's? I can't remember.
It was mine, because I thought it was unusual, interesting.
Let's take a look then.
It's a snake channel, which
Snakes.
I don't like snakes, but I can appreciate. My best friend actually loves snakes. He used to have a very large boa constrictor that at one point, and this is a true story, got loose in his house for about 6 months.
Oh my word.
Every time I would go over there, I was like, Turns out they found it when they moved. His wife reached into the clothing to kind of start packing the clothing, and the snake was in there. So anyway,
sleep well, everyone, tonight. Sleep well.
I'm not a big snake fan, but you know what? That's cool. What I would say, the one thing about this channel is interesting. Like, I think, again, topic is great, but there's a lot of things that you need to execute here to make this like a proper channel. And I would highly recommend going to other channels that do snake content.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. So, is it a python specifically, or is it just snakes?
So.
Okay. Let's.
It's just snakes in general.
I want to do like snake vlog and see what comes up.
Snake discovery. Snake Eater is a Metal Gear Solid thing.
Let's have a look. Let's see what was
yeah.
So something like this we're thinking of, aren't we? Maybe, I don't know, maybe if you need the colors and the arrows, but
yeah,
making
like
sure that the snake sticks out in some fashion.
Yeah, definitely more snaky. Go scroll to the top. And by the way, Snake Discovery, the channel, if we want to click on that real quick.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what we're going here. This is probably the good channel to take a look at.
Very snaky and animally. Actually, I think they could probably use a little work on their thumbnails.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But again, you got to look at what people are clicking, and ultimately that's what it comes down to. Is like the same type of thumbnail style doesn't work across all niches. But I think the thing that's problematic here is that in some of these images, it's hard to see the snakes if you can see them at all.
Yeah.
And then some, it's more about you than it is the snake. But I don't know that that's really. If I was going to come here, I want to learn about snakes. So. definitely want to concentrate more on that. Of course, they've only been at it for 3 weeks.
That is true, yeah, and they're coming up to approaching 100 subscribers. So I think, and like each video is getting like 30 views or more, which is good to see. Yeah, this feels to me, Travis, like somebody who just hasn't yet figured out their thumbnail art. They're doing custom thumbnails, and they're trying to add elements in there. I think it's going to be a case of really zooming in on a snake and like a potential reaction. And yeah, do you need to be in the thumbnails? Who is the hero of this channel? Is it the snakes, or is it you? So that might be something to test as well going forward. Any other thoughts here, Dan?
I think you guys covered it. I wish them luck. They started only a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'd also give you thumbs up as well, because you're actually putting in subtitles for some of your audience, which at a very early age of your channel is good to see. And yeah, I mean, if we're going to maybe do general things, it might be listicles, like you've done one here about the 10 deadly South African snakes. If you've got snakes, then maybe 10 things you need to consider before you buy a snake, or 10 things you didn't realize when you were looking after a snake, that type of thing. Oh, my battery's getting low on my keyboard. And I'm moving this into sort of like the gaming genre, where we talk a lot about tutorials and things, but I feels as if maybe snakes might be an undercooked area of YouTube niches. Of course, I don't want you to cook snakes themselves, but this might be an area of like a pet. Looking after a pet snake might be a good way of looking at things as well. I mean, you're doing it here. This is the equipment people use for catching snakes. So that's an interesting one you're talking about there, and you're sort of doing some versus stuff. And there's interesting things going on there. But maybe people who are thinking about buying snakes are going to be searching for certain things, and you could, I think, certainly add to that discussion. Let's move on to the next channel, which is Salad Monster. That is their channel name. But I think this channel is about Baby Yoda. And the reason I say that is because of the channel banner and because of all of the thumbnails. I think the first thing you might be wanting to do as a creator is make it a Baby Yoda centric channel with all of your channel art and your channel name and so on. And you had a bit of traction going on here in the last month, like 3 videos over 100 views, your first 3 videos over 100 views. Fantastic work. And I think what you haven't done is you've not kept up your consistency. So Baby Yoda is certainly like I guess a meme or a cultural phenomenon of 2020, and that's going to ramp back up again when the next series of Mandalorian comes out. So you should really be testing ideas, not creating as much content as possible, but creating a quantity or volume of content, so that if somebody falls in love with the Baby Yoda character, they can see your channel and binge watch all of the stuff that you maybe have to offer going forward. What do you think, Dan and Travis?
I think that because I've seen videos like this all over YouTube, especially right around Mandalorian coming out, that alone is a lot to compete with. I wonder if they could make a channel that focuses on the show entirely, and maybe your next video is your predictions for season 2 of Mandalorian, and it allows you to sprinkle in Baby Yoda videos as you see fit. But I think it's a better opportunity to help you stand out a little bit more against some channels that just basically make all these Baby Yoda parodies, and they already have like a leg up. They started a lot earlier than a couple months ago, and I wonder if you're just a little late to that trend, and you have to wait, like Rob said, till series 2 comes out. So in the meantime, I would start picking at different things in the show, things you liked, things you didn't like, and things you hope happen in the next season. And if we talk about a niche, I think making a channel about one TV show is a great place to start.
Interesting. So you're in a rare moment of contradicting what we usually say, is you're thinking of niching outwards a little bit here to cover the entire TV series. What do you think, Travis, generally about Salad Monster?
Yeah, I almost have to, because there's not like a tremendous amount of Baby Yoda content from the show. I mean, there might be lore and stuff like that, but yeah, I think you have. It's almost like it may be too niched, which is kind of an interesting thing to say. Not that you couldn't grow something that's just on Baby Yoda memes or something, but it does kind of paint you into a corner a little bit.
I guess we maybe probably need to watch some of the content to see how tied into this series it is right now, or they're using this character to do their own storytelling, because it looks as if it's almost, without watching the videos themselves, it looks as if they're trying to tell stories about Baby Yoda using just like maybe a couple of clips from the show or some still images, and then adding subtitles to it.
I've seen a lot of videos exactly like this on
Right.
YouTube, and they have like millions of views. So
Yeah.
it's just a space that they're competing in where I think they could actually stand a chance if they kind of like we said, niche out a little bit, and because you're going to need to make content about something. There's only so many frames of Baby Yoda available for you to subtitle.
Yeah, that is true.
So,
all right, moving on to the next channel. We've started off with quite a diverse range of content here. We've two children exploring adventures. We've looked at snakes. We've looked at Baby Yoda. Where else could we go after this but the natural tortoise, which from the channel banner tells us it is a tortoise ASMR channel. I think this may be a first on YouTube, which is always a fantastic thing. You'll get lots of thumbs up from me for that just by itself. You have 40 subscribers right now, but looking at some of the channel views, you are doing very, very nicely. We've got triple-digit views here from a channel that's been around for 4 weeks. This is one where I think awesome idea. Execution is going in the right direction. Good consistency from the content. I just say to this channel, keep doing what you're doing. What do you reckon, Dan and Travis?
I mean, you take ASMR, which is a big, type of niche, right? And then you take a turtle and you smack them together. And all right, I'm in. I mean, why not? That's something that no one's thinking about.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We know someone who's done this kind of smash two popular. Well, I don't know that the turtle niche is popular. But we do know someone who has taken two popular niches, smashed them together, and has blown up, which of course is ASMR Mag UK, who took ASMR and mukbang and kind of put them together, and it's crazy. This is so unusual that I feel like, I mean, obviously this person is competing against maybe no one in this niche, right? Which could be a good thing or a bad thing, because you might be like, well, who is watching?
Let's check out the search for this and see who is coming up for tortoise ASMR. Okay. So it does autocomplete. Okay. Let's see. All right. So there's somebody doing animal ASMR. Okay. And somebody has done this in the past. Wow. There's some.
So they have niched down from the turn. That's animal ASMR. So animal ASMR is. So it looks like, so that's animal ASMR. Go to animal ASMR's channel.
Yeah, look at these thumbnails are phenomenal.
Yeah, it's perfect, really.
Let's just have a look. Are they
lots of views too?
Are they totally niched down into that area then, or are they just? All right, so this is your competition.
Wow, that's literally all they do, huh?
Wow, it is now. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not animal ASMR. It's a little bit of hamster there. Well, what do you know?
So you have a second channel, Natural Tortoise. So there's still room. There is still room.
I need to go buy a turtle after lunch today to eat things. That's amazing. I don't even know what to tell you to do. Just don't put the red text on the thumbnails and just keep feeding it, I guess. I don't know. Try different types of food. Obviously, if you have the blueprint of that other channel.
Yeah.
Also, another thing to think about is look at that channel and see like what videos really popped off for them, and see if you can recreate them in some way, especially the thumbnails. The thumbnails on that channel are really, really good.
Yeah, they were amazing. Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm definitely going to click those over these pretty much every time. So you might want to consider getting your thumbnail game up a little bit. But I love the idea behind something so strange that if you're the only other one in this niche, which I can't imagine there's too many, the chances for growth are actually pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, to start 4 weeks
so
ago,
people in the chat aren't paying attention. They're saying that you're calling a tortoise a turtle. The reality is, if you look at the title, tortoise, and turtle are both in the title. That's why we're saying that. And here's the thing: people are going to search for one or the other.
Yeah,
and they're going to see the same thing. It's totally like, it doesn't matter if you put turtle or tortoise or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, people are going to look for one or the other. They're going to find both. So you use both. You might go, well, they're not the same. I don't care. And neither do the people who are watching YouTube. They want to watch a little thing eat something else. So settle down.
Alternatively, you can have a cat eating a watermelon. I don't know why that comes up as Turtle ASMR, but there you go. Yeah, it looks as if it was one competitor, so there is room here. And follow their lead in terms of how to improve thumbnails. I'd be interested to know how your mic setup is as well, because I noticed that how well can you get ASMR noises when the mic's from a certain distance? That might be a challenge as well. But given the volume of content, like a video every few days, and the way that the audience is building, I'm liking this. Dan, do you have any more? I know you're an expert in this area. Do you have any more thoughts on a channel which is about to hit 50 subscribers? In fact, I'll refresh. I probably already have.
Have it play.
Boom, 52 subscribers.
It's awesome. I think feeding your tortoise different types of food offers another opportunity to add something to the title. And I don't want you to feed your tortoise anything you shouldn't feed a tortoise.
Correct.
Don't do that. But notice that other channel, was carving up food in different shapes so they could include different things in their titles.
Yeah, good point.
That was a really clever way to do that, because you're not feeding your animal anything unhealthy. And you also get to benefit from the views that those other food stuffs could bring. So that could just be another thing to explore.
Oh, and another good point. Look at this. This last one, 61 views in 4 hours. When you compare that to like 3 days for 101, that video is probably streaking upward. So maybe YouTube is starting to really start finding the people.
I think they will do, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to do well.
I think once, let's assume that at some point, this channel's videos are going to start appearing on the suggested next to the other turtle/tortoise ASMR channel. Once that happens,
oh my
boom,
God,
you're gonna explode, because I think people will probably enjoy watching the other content, but if there's only one person supplying it at this point, they're probably thinking, yeah, maybe a bit of variety, another tortoise ASMR channel, I'll check that one out. So I can only see good things for this channel if you can continue to do what you're doing. All right then, we're going to be back in about 45 seconds after an advert. Hello everyone, I'm Rob, and welcome to the start of your YouTube journey, a journey that could change your life. There is literally an audience for every single topic, including the one you are passionate about. With all that being said, let's start the journey. Launch your YouTube channel in 30 days. That is right. The vidIQ Academy continues to educate thousands of students every single week. And Dan, am I right in thinking that with the course that we just offered people there, the Launch Your YouTube Channel in 30 days, there are 5 days left, I think, to check out this course before we move on to another free course?
Yeah, it sounds about right. It looks like June 14th is the cutoff on that.
And it is also available in Spanish and Russian as well, if you want to check out that course. But generally speaking, this is free for all vidIQ users, and if you want to take on the full Academy course by signing up to our Pro and Boost services, you'll get access to all of these courses as well. And I spent the last week updating some of the thumbnails. Look at that, Travis. I've updated yours to that.
Yeah.
Look, find your
That's
niche,
good.
down a tunnel. Yeah,
Love it.
I will admit, when it got, I did all of these in an afternoon, and I kind of lost the will to live after I got to the complete guide to YouTube thumbnails. So, ironically, that is a terrible thumbnail for the course. I need to improve that. But yeah, I ran out of ideas, and that was the best I could come up with.
I like the thumb at the thumbnail.
It's worth noting that you made the thumbnail, but you're not the instructor.
That is true. That is true. So it's even worse. Jeremy will be spinning in his, I don't know, chair in his studio. Right, let's go to channel audits, #channel audits, and we'll see what's been offered to us this week for selection. Oh, we got a GIF. You do that a lot, Travis. I'm not going to lie. I like that. That's pretty good.
That's good. We've seen that one actually illegal before.
I don't know why people think it's illegal.
No, it's a PewDiePie meme.
Oh, right, okay. I'm obviously not down with the kids or down with the dank kids anyway. Okay, that's good. Anything? That's very appropriate. I don't know.
That's very appropriate.
Squeeze that one in there. Well done. Yeah, Travis is up
That's
there
good.
again.
Yeah,
somebody's been putting me on Captain America. Thank you very much for that. We got the Macho Savage.
Wow.
There we go. Oh, yeah. We'll have to get Savage to say his slogan later on. Anyone's here jumping out then that we want to audit?
Oh my gosh. It's a little savage right there.
Just a little too savage. Oh, God.
What is going on here? Oh. That's what's going on.
The gifts just keep keep flying.
vidIQ.
That was just going on and on and on, that one.
Wow.
Well, it's still going on. What?
Wow. Wow.
Oh my word.
Okay, yeah, you got to do that one.
All right then, top notch. You see, you've done the same thing. What is your channel? You did this last week. You didn't tell us what the channel was.
Here's the link. So click on that thing. So click on the one that they retweeted, and it says my channel. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much. All right. So top notch is our first one. We'll go back to some more. By the way, don't worry about that. But when somebody spends hours putting together a GIF, we can't not choose them. So what you need when you need it. I'm not sure what I need. What do I need? Do I need gaming? Do I need
what?
So
it's Need for Speed. That has nothing to do with Apple, and I don't understand what's happening.
It's a question mark. Yeah, we'd be a little confused if we were just visiting your channel, looking at your banner.
Well, here's what's confusing. Here's all this Need for Speed content.
Mm-hmm.
It's what. So
I'm saying
like
I don't.
The niche has been found.
Yeah,
the Apple logo in the banner.
So yeah, let's get your value proposition and who's content pitched to what audience. That's the first thing at the top of the channel. Then Need for Speed. This is what seems to be what the channel is covering, Dan. Isn't it? Need for Speed is one of these where it's like FIFA or Madden, where doesn't like a new version of it come out every single year?
Yeah, something just happened with Need for Speed as well. I gotta catch up. I used to play a long time ago, and I'm way out of the loop. But I think something recently just happened with Need for Speed, so it's relevant again. And I think that's a fine niche. But to call your channel a random channel and have your banner propose that it's whatever you need when you need it, it's kind of basically asking people not to subscribe, because people like to subscribe for some consistency. They want to see, the content they expect. And generally speaking, random channels are very, very, very hard to grow.
Yeah.
So I would double down in every way on Need for Speed that you can. If this is going to be your game, which it looks like you're doing very well with it, make your name relate to that somehow. Or make it just a cool gamer name that people can easily remember. Make your banner about it. And one day, if you switch games completely to another random game, change everything. Change your banner again. Change your icon, your avatar.
I'm just looking at thumbnails from other Need for Speed Heat channels. So I think taking a lead from them, we have this maybe issue of like the big, bright, almost like rainbow vomit text, which is pulling you away from seeing the imagery of the cars themselves. I think that maybe needs to be tweaked a bit. It looks as if you're looking at tutorials, which isn't bad. That seems to be the right direction that you're going in there. Mm-hmm. And you're a young channel. You only started 3 months ago as well.
Yeah. If you're going to do updates on any game, make sure you kind of focus on what that update was about, because every update for games like this has something about it. Even if there's not like a title feature, focus on one feature from that update and use it in the title, your favorite thing about the update, because there is an update for Need for Speed isn't super helpful. If people want to know more about a specific update, they want to find your specific video about it.
There you go. So that's Top Notch Random, which is soon going to turn into your Need for Speed tutorials or something along those lines, which is a little more helpful for the audience. And just a word of warning, folks, our memes of the week will be about 6 minutes long, thanks to me including this GIF next week. So thank you, Top Notch Random. Let's pick another one. Travis, I'll let you pick another one. Any of these from the ones we've already seen?
I kind of like the laughing one at the very top.
The very top then, it is,
one's pretty funny.
let's get there. Oh, there's more. Oh, it's
wait, there's more.
been refreshed a little bit. Where was it? It was...
Yeah,
this one. I think Cobra YT is one of our regulars. I think we've audited this channel before, or have we?
It doesn't
I don't
look
recognize
like
it.
Maybe not. Okay, so let's have a look at Cobra YT. Another gaming channel here, and a Fortnite gaming channel, Dan. Although there is some Asphalt 8 going on there. So driving / shooting, jumping genres, maybe a bit too severely. With that being said, I'm just looking at subscriber count versus view count, and it's these videos in the last week on Fortnite are actually getting a healthy number of views for the size of a channel.
Yeah. I think the reason Cobra YT looks so familiar is because we see memes every week. I think this is the first time you might have actually picked one.
Okay. fair enough. Fair enough.
So I want to say that perhaps you're thinking of pivoting from Asphalt 8 to Fortnite, and that looks like that paid off based on some of these views. I would stick to that. I would continue doubling down on that content, because what I like about your Fortnite content is that you're doing challenges and you're including like how I build on Combat Pro. So like you're teaching people something, you're showing people different builds you have. That's the kind of stuff you want to do, especially in Fortnite where it's so competitive. So I think you might be on the right track here. I would definitely work on thumbnails next and continue offering high-value Fortnite content. And if you switch games again, just remember that whatever game you go to, there's always going to be attrition. You'll lose some audience, but keep providing that high-value content. Show people things they couldn't get anywhere else.
Also, I just want to say to the however many hundreds of people who are watching right now, Cobra YT is at 50 subscribers. Watch this video to see what happens if it hits 50 subscribers. So... what a tease that is. I think after this live stream, I'm going to have to head back and watch that video. Next channel we are going to audit then from our list is Robot Ved. Is the channel name. You're approaching 100 subscribers. Again, who picked this? Was it Dan or Travis? I don't think this one was me. All right, Dan. So we look to be looking at some kind of homemade electrical engineering type of construction type channel, it seems to be. So an interesting niche. And I look at the channel. I mean, they've created not that many videos over the last 6 months, but first one got like nearly 800 views, which is great. And each video is getting around about 100 views. So they've already got a bit of traction here, which is great to see.
Yeah. I was looking at this channel, and I love channels that have like these robots, these homemade robots. Some of them do useless things. Some of them do really impressive things. And I'm always impressed by someone who has this skill. If you have a skill like this, I think you can go really far on YouTube. So what I wanted to do was figure out like who's this person's competition, and I struggled to find the words to put in search, but I eventually just fell on like, and you just said it, homemade. I think more of the use of homemade in your channel could help, because homemade robots are a whole thing on YouTube. And if we look at some of those thumbnails, I think you'll get some good ideas on how you can improve on these, because your simple robot solving a problem, it doesn't really look like a robot. It's hard to tell what that is. And in this case, I would focus more on the problem it's solving, more so than the actual robot itself, because it's just hard to tell what's going on in that. Whereas the Rubik's Cube one is really intriguing. You have, I can see the Rubik's Cube. It could be a little bit better, but I can see the Rubik's Cube and a contraption around it, and you're saying this robot can solve this Rubik's Cube, which I think is amazing. Did you want to look real quick at some robot thumbnails, or were you going to say something?
No, I was more looking at the titles and thinking what I want more of a reason to click than like a simple robot solving a problem. Well, what's the problem? I think it's like this robot solved a Rubik's Cube, or this robot solved whatever 3 is. There's I think there's too much of a reach for the viewer to understand what the payoff is when they click on a thumbnail. Some people already are clicking on it, which is great to see, but I think you've got a real opportunity to increase click-through rate by adding more payoff and intrigue in the thumbnail to begin with. Any thoughts from you, Travis, on this one?
I totally agree with what you just said. Without knowing, without knowing more about what's in the video, I'm less likely to click it, especially if it sits next to another thumbnail that tells me something that sounds interesting.
Yeah. But having said all of that, we're looking at I think a niche channel which has built up some momentum here already. So continue with the content, it feels like, and the ideas and the focus. It's in terms of pitching with the thumbnails and the titles, improving them. Should see you sort of take it the next step on your YouTube journey. So that's Robot Ved. Congratulations on 100 subscribers. You will no doubt hit very soon. And the next one we are going to look at is Screen Alcoholics. This channel is approaching 20,000 subscribers, so a larger channel here that we're looking at. And who was this? Was it Dan or Travis again?
This one was me again.
All right then. So tell us what you think of this one, Dan, first, and then I'll let Travis wade in.
I almost skipped this one, and only because I heard you in the back of my head when I was looking at it say I would really worry about this channel because of, you know, copyright and things like that. I think these channels that make kind of like parody movie channels, which is what this is, parody movie trailers, which is what this channel's doing. I think they do have to consider that a lot. That said, I looked at the views on some of these, and some of them are massive breakouts. And you also notice the like to dislike ratio isn't great on them. I feel like maybe people are clicking and expecting something else in those cases. But overall, that doesn't seem to be hurting anything, because like the Friends reunion special has 344,000 views. They're doing a lot of things right for what they're trying to do. I don't think they can monetize this channel, but I was kind of blown away by it.
What do you think, Travis, just as I scroll through the thumbnails a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my question is, what am I? So how is YouTube? Okay, so how is Yes Theory changing YouTube? Has nothing to do with movies. It's more of a YouTube thing, which I might be interested in. But then I in the YouTube Rewind, like, I'm trying to understand, what is the value proposition of this channel overall? Is it someone who looks and critiques video production stuff, or what are we talking about here?
That's what I read the about. They seem to make fan trailers, parodies, everything highlighted there.
Okay, here's what I think. I think this channel is that and nothing else. Because when you go to the videos and you look at anything to do with a trailer or a concept, like you said, Dan, it's getting at least 5,000 views or anything. The moment it goes into like a tutorial or a video essay, like what happened in 2020, those videos, comparatively speaking for the channel, completely tank. So what I would be suggesting for this channel is strip out all of this other stuff and put it on another channel if you want to, because it feels as if you're part of a network as well. I'm wondering if this is part of like a company, maybe. I'm not sure about that, but the Screen Network thing is throwing me a little bit in terms of, I guess, who owns or runs this channel. And I would make this exclusively a film and television channel, trailer, concept, parody channel, because that's what your audience wants to see every time. 150,000 views, 100,000 views, as I said, the 300,000 view one with the Friends reunion, tying it into these things that are happening, and then get rid of stuff like listicles, 10 scenes for the Big Bang Theory, because your audience doesn't want to watch them. They're subscribing for these concept trailers, and so that's all I would do. I think you're absolutely right, Dan, as well, in terms of like copyright. There's probably a question there. I would guess that the creators have already come to terms with whatever it is that's happening for them, whether they do get copyright claims or they have permission or they argue that it's fair use through parody and whatnot. I guess at this point we're not going to stop this channel from doing what they're doing in terms of the really popular content, so continue to do it, but just be aware that the copyright questions here are maybe something that you're going to have to tackle soon if you haven't already done so. It seems pretty simple for this one.
Just ask people on Twitch who found out this week what it's like to be a YouTuber with all the CDMA takedown requests.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that risk, isn't there? Like a snap of a finger, everything changes.
Oh, it changed. It changed for Twitch this past week.
Yeah,
all these creators are pulling their clips.
I saw the meme as like first time. like, welcome to the world, Twitch. I don't know what took you so long.
But yeah, I think I mean, why don't we do this? Sort by most popular, and what we're going to see at the top of the list here is surely it's going to be concept trailer. All right, there's one video, one listicle that did 1 million views. So maybe you've been trying to replicate that, but you haven't. So now occasionally you have these. It's funny that every time you do 13 lines by Ted Mosby, so you had something there on that one niche in terms of listicles, but everything else hasn't really done that well. So unless you want to do more about, is that from
How I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother, yeah. But I would generally be going after all of these trailers because it seems as if it doesn't matter what the film is. If you're doing a concept trailer one, or when you're doing something really weird by putting Ross Geller in a Joker trailer, or Chandler, you're doing like these mishmashes of trailers. Those are working really well. So that's where I'll be focusing my attention going forward. And like I say, siloing off that other content onto another channel. I'm just going to go to the home screen. Do I have like, here we go. Screen Network channels. So there is a range of videos that they're doing there.
I actually saw this channel trailer. I forgot to mention we should go check out the homepage because I was going to suggest off the bat to change this because I didn't. This felt like it had nothing to do with the rest of your videos at all.
Yeah, good point.
I understand you're taking a friend's quiz, but it just doesn't. It doesn't convey like channel full of hilarious parody trailers to me.
Yep. All right, that is Screen Alcoholics. We will say, by the way, though, you've got some phenomenal views. I mean, like, you must be in the nearly 10 million views, 20,000 subscribers. So well done. But yeah, I'm just looking at that as your channel focus going forward. And I think, Dan and Travis, that is all of our pre-selected channels. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to remind you, if you weren't here at the beginning of this live stream, we encourage you to make tweets of us to make us laugh, and then we will choose which channels we audit through that sometimes. Some of you may miss that, so we're just going to repeat this because if you don't get selected for channel audits, I go through all of a list of tweets every single week and I put them in what we like to call the memes of the week, and it looks something like this. So yeah, if you do submit tweets and we don't select you for channel audits, don't worry, I do go through them, and so you may see yourself in tweets of the week. So Dan and Travis, I was just scrolling through some of them. You may have your favourites. I've got to say, I do like this one. I find it quite funny. We don't try and be destructive, but I think sometimes when a certain person comes on a live stream, or when we're like 2 hours into auditing channels and we're onto our 14th gaming channel, I think sometimes just through fatigue we sometimes do that, but let's be as constructive as we can for this channel name that I can't pronounce. Up Exolo.
Sorry, Dan. First piece of destructive advice, change that.
Absolo. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. All right, we got a Fortnite channel here. It looks like, Dan, and they've been around on YouTube for a month. and they seem to be doing all right with a couple of views here. It looks as if they're not necessarily going for the tutorial stuff, more montages. So we're thinking maybe of the usual things, improving the thumbnails a little bit, less text here and there. I think this is a good example of a really clear thumbnail, which has a central character. Maybe you could add a little bit of something there, but that seems generally good to me. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, it's for one thing, being a brand new Fortnite channel, I'm really impressed by some of the views on these videos.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
well done. Anytime you can show off a glitch or show how to get better frames in your game or anything you can show people that's really interesting. And it seems like you're doing exactly that, which is the right way to kick off a channel like this. I think it's going to come down to just making more content. Practice making thumbnails, because these are, while they're good, they're custom thumbnails. They could be a little bit better. You've cut out these characters, make them a little bit bigger, make them show up a little bit better. Look at what some other folks are doing in that space, because the competition in Fortnite thumbnails is stiff. But yeah, overall, I mean, this is actually really good for a brand new channel.
And that is AppXlow. I'm going to pronounce that channel as. Dan, Travis, did you pick out anyone I was scrolling through that took your fancy? Or were you not really looking?
I kind of looked. They were okay. I mean, I think when you see it. It's one of those things when you see it.
I like this one.
That was funny.
That
was a good
Dan, what's the channel name?
What, Zentangled?
There we go. Spot on. Well done there.
That wasn't hard.
So this channel is KCG here. And let's have a look. I think, is it a gaming channel? No, it's not a gaming channel, I don't think. This may be a dank channel. Dank meaning we don't really understand what the channel's about. They have 1,700 subscribers though, so they're starting to get some traction here, and some of the videos are getting quite a few views here.
What would the most popular video be?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So there was some Fortnite stuff further down the list. Some tutorial stuff there.
111,000 views from 2 years ago.
Nice work on that one.
And I'm noticing a lot of content where you are trying to teach things in general.
Yeah, all the top 4 videos are all tutorials. They're all start with how to, which is interesting. I'm not sure if you're wanting to go in that direction right now. It feels as if you're doing more I really struggle to try and describe these channels, which are kind of like a pranky, memey, reactiony, almost like a TikTok style to them a little bit, because we've got like a 14-second video here. Thumbnails, though, I think are quite strong in some of these. There's a lot of effort going into how they sort of jump off the screen in some of these cases. Travis, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I feel like this is a channel for someone trying to be the personality themselves, which is fine.
Yep.
Because in general, they're all over the place, which means his expectations are that you are more interested in what he's doing than the actual concept of the video. And that may or may not. That's an old school song. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It does work on occasion if you have the right personality. The thumbnails aren't that bad. They're some very colorful, at least the more recent ones. Yeah, you can definitely see there was a transition in thumbnail styles. It just feels very he just wants to do something fun and then does it. That's kind of where we are with it. But I don't know if I subscribe, what am I going to get? I never know.
I just want to say I'm sorry for I think it's a she.
Oh, okay. She.
Did
I say he?
You were, and I just want to make sure we're not getting that wrong.
Yeah, If it's I apologize. I'm the creator.
The creator,
The creators, whatever they want to do. I feel like it's actually working in a weird way, because for the most part, this stuff normally doesn't work. So maybe your personality is interesting enough that people are connecting. And if so, then heck, look for the ones that got you the most amount of views and do more.
There you go. I'll leave you with maybe the final word on this one, Dan.
Well, this is a matter of just kind of keep creating. I'm very surprised to see some of the more personality driven videos on a gaming channel do pretty well. So that's a really, really good sign. That means you're building an audience that is really here for you. And as gaming channels go, that could be a tough ask when you're starting out. So keep at it, and yeah, that's what I got. I think we covered it.
Is that really your room? That's pretty dank, does that? If that's what your room looks like.
Pretty cool.
Very, very nice. Right, let's move on to the next channel. We'll pick one more, Dan. Was there any comical tweets that you were seeing here as I was scrolling through? I know I need to probably click on some of these.
Yeah, what's that one?
Somebody holding one of our achievements there, hitting 250 subscribers, which is good. I mean, that's that one. Just we feel you.
Oh, you know who I want to pick?
Who's that?
Scroll up just a tiny bit. This channel right here. Look at this.
Ethan.
Yep.
Well, I think we've already audited this channel.
Oh, we have?
Given that he's saying that since he joined the community, and this is a growth, which is awesome to see. I think this is one of the animation to music channels that we've looked at before.
Ethan Rec, okay.
And so yeah, I mean they're getting 20,000 views on some of these videos.
Look at that. Isn't that interesting? How many views versus how many subscribers Ethan has?
Yeah,
that
is pretty sweet. Well done to you.
Crazy.
I think actually it's sorted by most popular. I think
it is.
For some reason, I don't know why it's done that. Let's sort by more, but yeah, that seems more accurate. There we go. But yeah, I think we've already audited the channel maybe a couple of times.
Yeah.
So is there one more we could? And also, can we just ask? Don't flood our feed with the same tweet because that'll just frustrate us, and we're less likely to pick if you do that. So any others here? I think that one. I was expecting some vidIQ stuff there, but it never happened.
Noticing a lot of the same ones over and over.
We don't.
Making it...
That's a good one.
Yes, are we doing that one?
Go for it.
Neil Devonshire, well done to you. Hair transplants are going to work with us. So this is creating bespoke engineering projects. Interesting that you were able to come up with such a creative tweet, considering your topic, which is maybe a little drier and more focused on serious people. So well done for jumping into that that mindset to stop us from scrolling. So this channel is approaching 1,000 subscribers. They had a video which had 53,000 views 3 weeks ago, which is incredible. And I will be looking at the comments of that one and saying to myself, is there a follow-up video I could do to this? Because people reacted very, very well to it. Oh, it's part one. Oh, where is part two then?
Yeah,
you should have done part two days after that one.
I hope at the end of the video they didn't go, now hold your breath until this next video.
Yeah, because we maybe wait until the end of summer until we see the next part.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fantastic video. We did really well. I guess just have more of a sensible posting schedule for the next part if you're going to be talking about it. I almost want to go to the end of this video to see where we got up to, but we won't. Travis, what do you think on this? Sorry?
Just barely more than one video a month.
Yeah, I imagine, given the subject matter, these take quite a lot of building and construction work, like similar to an animator who spends a lot of time creating their content. This person's going to spend a lot of time building something to a point where they can record the journey of it.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I don't know what a lot of this stuff is, but some of the thumbnails feel like maybe this stuff could solve a regular problem. I could be wrong, but one direction you could take this is try and present this to more of the layman, depending on what it is. Is there a problem that your machinery is solving, and focus more on that solution? But again, I haven't really fully taken this all in yet.
Right.
It feels to me as if it's a complex engineering DIY to a certain extent. We've got the CNC mill conversion, multiple parts. I mean, this is up to part 8 of that one. And that's been going on for like nearly 12 months.
Yeah.
That series.
But look how
Which is-
simple, like how to install or how to create a pool heater, a solar pool heater. Like that video took off, and then
Yeah.
everyone knows what that is. How to make a solar pool water heater.
Yeah, so it has more of a wider audience appeal, which is
If
good.
there's more stuff like that you can do that solves a problem that a wider array of people have, and you can make the video a how to do this thing, how to solve this problem. I mean, holy cow, I wish I was this handy. This is the amount of engineering in this is crazy. I'm really intrigued. I just don't know what I'd be getting, why I'd be watching.
And then, Travis, maybe in terms of the thumbnails, they're a bit too complex, aren't they? Like, just looking at this one about how to fix I think it's a Bosch dishwasher. There's maybe too many elements going on there. You probably want to choose one of those elements and focus in on that. And the text is not really helping either, is it?
Yeah, it's give me the meat of the potatoes. I feel like you're trying to show me the entire video in a thumbnail, which is kind of overwhelming. And while it's done well view-wise, imagine how much better it could have done if you compare it to other videos that may have the same exact theme. So definitely pay attention to getting the point across, but not trying to do too much.
Feels as if you're in an untapped niche where there's not that much competition, so you can build your audience here. I think what we're saying is that make the thumbnails more clickable. Try not to make series of content that's spreading over the course of weeks and months. Try and fit them into a much smaller time frame, because you'll find that viewers get excited and intrigued about something. I would be really interested to know how many views in part 2 gets of this solar pool water heater. Is it going to continue its momentum and traction, or is the length between the videos going to mean that people have kind of lost interest there?
I think
that one.
Since it's only 11 minutes and you even have in the thumbnail 20 steps, I would have finished that video and made it one video, or released the parts back to back. But I think that even that thumbnail, although it's okay, could be better. Instead of the text in the middle and then in 20 steps, I would have just slapped in really colorful font, boom, 20 steps, which doesn't sound like a lot when you consider what's involved with making your very own solar pool water heater.
I think when it comes to YouTube, there's nothing more frustrating for a viewer than something that doesn't give you everything that you want from that video, in terms of, like, especially tutorial. Like, we're going to show you how to do something, but you're going to need to watch 7 parts of this over the course of 6 months to get to the end point. I think with the way people consume content on YouTube, they want as much as they can get from a video. And then, if you want to do the advanced techniques in the next one and so on, I think you can do that. But there's always got to be some ultimate value at the end of a video. And I think sometimes it's not quite delivering this content. Having said that, though, nearly 1,000 subscribers, some of these videos are getting thousands of views. You are, I think, in an untapped niche on YouTube. So that is Neil Devonshire there with his channel, and we will return to the channel audits a little later on. What we're going to do now is some random selection of channels. So this is how it's going to work. We still have the form here, which now has over 1,000 responses. And we have a machine here, which I'm going to type in to make sure that we're covering all of those channels. And who's going to control the claw first? I'm going to let Travis go ahead. What color do you want? Tell me when to stop.
Go.
We have 773, and I'm actually going to use this form because I think it's going to be quicker, because it means I can go down to, maybe it's not as quick, 773, but it means that I can get the link directly from there. So I think that's quicker than doing copy and paste. I don't know. We'll have to see. The channel is Game That with 4 subscribers, and you joined YouTube less than a week ago, so welcome to the journey. And I think for a channel of this size, Dan, we can see some good things going on. Custom thumbnails. They're keeping a channel focus. They've already got one video that's approaching 50 views. I'd say there's some thumbs up to go here.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple things. I want to check on something here in a second, but here's what I'll say. You started off with Minecraft. That's what I did. A lot of people do that. That's awesome. You're sticking to it, and you're also doing things in Minecraft that are trending, like Bed Wars. Bed Wars is trending right now pretty hard on the Hypixel server, so that's really cool. I would say your latest thumbnail is your best work, which means your thumbnails are improving. So I don't need to tell you to make custom ones because we can already tell that's a decision you've started to make. They could obviously be better. I would not use red text because it's kind of hard to read the word wars in this case. Bed Wars is kind of falling off. Overall, a brand new Minecraft channel with a video that already has 41 views on a subject that's being heavily covered is awesome.
Well done. I agree with that.
The one thing I want to check on is the name, Game That. If we can type that into search and see how many channels have that name.
Okay, let's do a little bit of filtering.
When someone types Game That, you want your channel to be first. It's second.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's really good. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, you can keep that name. I'll allow it.
I'm going to allow this.
I'll allow it.
But no, overall, I don't know what to say except positive things. This is really cool.
For a channel that's less than a week old, I think you do. What?
I play whatever. No.
All right. So we're going to pick out one thing that's wrong. Then we need to change that.
Don't play whatever. Stick to a game, at least for a while.
All right. So let's go to the next machine picking thing. Dan, tell me when to stop.
I want a red ball.
All right, so we're going to go to a red ball and we're going to try and pick it out. But what we're actually going to end up with is a green ball that's 258. Okay, let's go to 258. We're going to pick this channel here, which is Hellboy. And this is going to be Hellboy's channel, which I think is another gaming one. You've just hit 200 subscribers. Congratulations to you. And what we're seeing is quite strong red text. What we're also seeing here is a reliance on the Grand Theft Auto fonts when some of the games are Grand Theft Auto. I would say I always do this when I just look at a collection of thumbnails and all my eyes are being drawn to is almost nothing on the thumbnails themselves except for the yellow text on each of these. So I think the yellow text is dominating too much the general feel of these thumbnails. I will say that. It's a Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty channel, I would say. And then what are we doing here? What is this screen? Daily objectives.
So that is the screen that would come up when you're in the game. It's a menu screen. And it looks like these videos, what's really crazy is these videos are actually doing really good.
Some
you're
of
teaching
these,
people things that no one else is teaching them. 1,000 people are like, how do you participate in the free mode challenge? But to your normal subscribers, it's going to look like that's the same exact video as how to play a match of tennis because the thumbnails look almost identical. When you play these mini games in Grand Theft Auto, take a picture from the game itself. People know what it is because they're typing it into search. You don't have to explain it too much, right? If you can show a character playing tennis rather than the text on the screen that says "join tennis match."
I guess what you could do is you could take like just the daily objective bit and the task, but then like you could put that at the very top of the thumbnail, but then an actual screenshot from trying to complete that task, whatever it is, to add some variety. What I think, if I'm interpreting this right, it looks as if this person is jumping on what's happening on a daily basis on Grand Theft Auto, which I think is a really good idea. However, I see the video length and I can't assume that they're completing these tasks in that amount of time. Or I may be wrong, I don't know how long these take.
They're probably showing how to do them and cutting it down, which I think is smart.
Yeah, that certainly that would be, yeah.
I like short how-to content. That might just be me, but I like things that teach me something in a very quick manner so I can go on with doing the task.
And have you noticed that when they had this sort of similar thumbnail and this type of challenge, each of their videos was getting at least 100 views, as you say, Dan, sometimes a couple of thousand. Then they've gone on to a different theme of like different games. I don't know if this is one of these things where the creators lost a bit of interest or got bored of doing those similar games, but then the audience hasn't really acted really well to that. So again, this is YouTube's audience telling you that maybe you want to go back to those daily challenge type content that you were doing.
Yeah. you were onto something. Maybe you did all of them. You know, there was nothing else to cover. But
Maybe.
Overall, I think the thumbnails could use work. You've definitely hit on something that people are looking for, which is great. See if you can keep at it.
All right, then. The next channel is 575. And I think I'm getting a little quicker at this. We've got a commentary channel coming up next, which is Freezers. I don't know how to pronounce that second part of the channel name, I have to be honest.
Freezer
Okay.
SL.
Is this a Shrek commentary channel? No, it isn't. It is a channel of 5-minute craft pranks, curse videos, face reveals. Dank, would we agree here, chaps?
I think new. I think this person doesn't quite know where they stand on YouTube yet. Maybe, but there's a couple videos here that look like they're talking about other content creators.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're deep dives into their thoughts on other creators, perhaps.
From the first 7 videos, I've got like 4 or 5 which have got over 100 views, which is fantastic again to see from a creator. Well done there.
Yeah. I think more of a value proposition for sure. The banner is a kind of a turnoff for me because the channel doesn't seem to be about Shrek, and it's whenever someone asks, "Hey, subscribe to me," before you even like see a channel trailer or anything, you know, you should probably give me more of a reason than that. Like subscribing for the sake of subscribing isn't much, but tell me in a channel trailer like what I'm going to get if I subscribe.
Anything from you here, Travis? Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to get again. And I try to say this over and over and over again. And I really hope everyone that's watching thinks about this when they look at their own channel. If someone looks at your channel, do they know what they're going to get the next time you release a video? Is it obvious? Because if it isn't, you don't need a channel audit from us. That's what you need to fix. Literally, that's what you need to fix. If you do a video game review one time, and then a cooking review, and then a challenge, and it's not obvious what the next video is going to be, that's literally your problem. You do not need a review from us because that's what we're going to tell you. We're literally going to tell you that. And I feel like it's kind of part of that.
This is a problem of, let's be honest, when we're auditing channels, we're auditing everything but the content itself, because we don't have time, unfortunately, to go in and like watch the videos. Like if somebody's going into these videos and they're getting like your sense of humor or the personality or whatever, it may be that you don't really need to worry too much about thumbnails and titles and whatever. And you seem to be building up a bit of an audience, which is good. So I think this is why we struggle with these certain types of channels. Because I mean, like let's say if PewDiePie had like 10 subscribers and you would look at his channel, like that'd be something that we would probably really struggle to audit, wouldn't it? Because we don't really understand the audience of that through just looking at the thumbnails. And so I think that's always a bit of a challenge for us. So I don't think this is necessarily anything against the creator per se. It's more of a challenge we have when we're auditing such a channel as this.
I love what you said about PewDiePie because I've never considered looking at his channel and pretending he has 10 subscribers.
Yeah.
That just goes to show that you kind of earn that right to do whatever you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you hit that many.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And we're not going to try and audit PewDiePie's channel with 10 subscribers now because I think we'd make a horrible job of it. Let's pick another one then from the machine, and that is going to be 797, which is going to be a little further down, and I found it here. All right. I think this is working. I think it's as fast as what we were doing before. This is MSP Productions. You're a 5,000 subscriber channel. And I look at it and I see like a club soccer badge. But then I look at the thumbnails of certainly the top ones. And there's some sort of animation stuff going on here, which I'm a little lost by. Then it looks as if further down you were doing interviews with football managers from games. And then there's a bit of animation again, I think from a football cartoon. I think that's what I'm going to maybe say. The one thing that's really starting to worry me here is, are you the owner of any of this cartoon content? Are you like the official distributor of this content? We don't know because we got a bit of a language barrier here. So I'm going to say, and I could be completely wrong about this, but given that of these football interviews, given these cartoons, it feels to me as if unfortunately you may be using copyrighted content and perhaps not adding any additional value to the content. Again, I could be wrong, but it doesn't look as if you're doing reactions or video commentary or anything like that. And you're including like and subscribe on all your thumbnails as well. So it feels as if there may be a little bit of metric manipulation going on here. Would you agree, Dan and Travis, or would you have a softer tone on this channel?
Judging by the length of those videos, the cartoon ones, and
they all feel like cartoon length. They're like 22 minutes.
It feels like, in the episode order, it feels like people are just putting it. They're just in a playlist, and people are just watching the show. And for all we know, this is the only place on YouTube you can get this, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's probably a good thing to do.
Yeah, if you don't own this content, eventually you're going to hit trouble with whoever does own this content. So I think all we can do is move on to the next channel, and that is going to be 402. Let's scroll up here.
Very random today.
Yeah, it's been pretty consistent actually in its randomness. You are right. 402, and this looks to be another gaming channel. All right. And this is Gaming Tutorials with I think that's Wilfred Zaha from Crystal Palace, who is a soccer player. But then all of your videos are about Clash of Clans, I would say. Now, what I will say, actually, Dan, is I like the look of these thumbnails. I think
I do too.
They're clear. You can see that the base is being built. Maybe the text needs to be put to the side or in a corner or something, so it's not covering up what you're doing.
Yes.
But I'm actually I'm liking these thumbnails. I mean, it looks as if you've obviously pivoted from hashtag random, whatever all of that stuff was, and now you're on a consistent base of Clash of Clans, and I feel like the view counts have solidified as well.
Yeah, I think if these bases that you're designing have a name, like there's that spider base that stands out in the ghost one.
Yeah.
Any text you put in the thumbnail should just be spider, ghost, something like that. The title's already saying it all. And saying that there's a link in the description is something you can put in the video. It doesn't need to be in your thumbnail. It's kind of taking up space. That's all I would change, though, because usually I would tell people to zoom in on something, but when it's about base design and a top-down game, you're doing it exactly right.
All of the videos are very, very short. I have noticed that. I don't know if that's because you're trying to uniquely position yourself as like time-lapse Clash of Clans builds, which may be something unique in the YouTube universe for this type of thing. But you may want to experiment a little bit with video length as well. That's an interesting one. Look, they've managed to build a base with the Avengers logo. I would make just that one be the center of your thumbnail, because if I see one base of interest in a thumbnail, then I'll happily click on it to see the next 10 that are contained within the thumbnail itself. All right, now we're up to 12:30, so we've got about half an hour left. I'm just going to ask Dan and Travis, are you still interested in playing our little game of fun, or should we just move on with the channel audits? What do you reckon?
I'll leave it up to Travis.
I mean, I don't know. What's the thing? I still think the only way it makes sense is if we're playing for someone's audit. Otherwise, I don't know that it makes sense.
All right. Okay. Right. So in that case, we're going to do it. Right. What we're going to do now is I have no idea if this is going to work, folks, but I thought I'd try something a little inventive this week. We're going to play a game, and we're going to play a very quick game. So you need to either stick your colours to the mass. You're either hashtag Team Dan or hashtag Team Travis. So put that in the comments right now. And before we start the competition, Dan and Travis, I want you to pick one of these people who are putting the hashtags in there right now. Okay. Who is going to pick who? Let me know when you've picked one of these people.
All right, I'm going to pick Adrian RBX because it was the first one I saw.
Holy monkey.
Or
right,
Aiden.
I've just realized how on earth am I going to find these channels?
I'll get it to you.
All right, okay. So Dan, if you can secure that channel, and then Travis, pick one and then secure that channel.
The first person that said Team Travel, a lot of people were Dan. How dare you? I think it was called Maxed Out. I'll go ahead and find that and try to send it over to you.
All right. Okay. So you're going to find those channels, right? I don't know why I'm doing this. This is going to be a nightmare. Right. So what we're playing is Pictionary, basically. Dan versus Travis. It's the first person to shout out what they think I'm trying to draw related to YouTube. And it's going to be the best of 9, so first to 5. So are those instructions as clear as mud?
Yes.
Yep.
Right, okay.
We're gonna lose. Sorry.
I can feel the enthusiasm here coming out here. So remember, these are, and people are probably furious that we're not doing channel audits right now. These are YouTube terms or YouTube channels, okay? So we're going to start now with the first one that looks something like this. I wish I had some music here to do this. And obviously people in the chat can help with me, and I'm getting absolutely zero suggestions. Okay. Come on, think of YouTube.
Watch time.
There we go. Thank you. What blimey. The silence was deafening there. Right, so down with the first one there. Right, Travis, you get the idea.
You know,
now.
the funny thing is if you just put a watch there, watch and time are all the same thing.
I know. All right, next one is going to be this then. Okay.
YouTubers?
Oh, hold on, subscribers.
No. God, you may not get this because I'm making a hell of a meal of this one. Folks, if you want to try and... I don't know what okay.
Average view duration.
Oh, you were kind of getting there. Who are these?
Audience retention.
There we go. So did you get that?
What?
So there's the audience, and there's some water being retained in a glass here. I'm not an artist. Oh, so it's 1-1, I think, there. All right, next one is nice and easy. It's just whoever gets this one first from my terrible drawing.
Thumbs up.
Like.
There we go. Dan sneaking in there with
Wait
a like.
minute. Hold on for a second. Oh, okay, never mind.
That's what I've got written down here, Travis. I'm sorry to say. All right, next one looks like this.
Box. Oh, dislike.
Oh, that's a comment.
There we go. It's 2-2. Oh, well, the game's actually working in terms of tension. We're now at 2-2 here. That is brilliant. Okay, next one is going to be this. Right, I can't be bothered using any colour, so we're just going to do that. Okay.
YouTube
okay.
Play button.
So yeah, that's kind of right. That's kind of
YouTube
right.
logo.
That's kind of right.
Up next.
Let me just say you got the first word.
YouTube up next. YouTube comment.
Come on, what is this?
YouTube story.
There we go, Dan. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Well done, son.
I was going to say YouTube book.
Right, so Dan is 3-2 up now. And remember, it is first to 5, so the next one is going to look like this. Okay. So a similar thing to before. But now we have...
Subscribers, audience comments.
Come on, what?
Like
imagine
a
this
bed
is,
for 3 people.
What?
Audience. Geographic. Audience
demographics.
Demographic.
No. What is this?
Audience.
How do I? I'm gonna have to put in some words here.
Audience website.
Traffic.
Oh, God,
YouTube channel page. YouTube.
No.
People.
No. Come on, guys, help him out in the chat.
Trending tab.
Right, you're close. There you go. Travis sneaked in there.
Nice.
So you said that was a community, and that was anyway. Let's move on.
I forgot we could look at chat.
What's the score? Is it 3-3?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. 3-3. Right. Next one is this one is
PewDiePie.
Okay. I did actually draw that as a test one. All right.
Channel page.
So you're kind of in the right place, but I've got to draw it all.
Scorecard.
No.
YouTube suggested.
Theater mode.
Subscribe. YouTube subscribe.
Yes, you got it. You got it. It was that was it. It was kind of subscribe or subscriber. Right. Okay. So 4 free to Travis. The next one is this. Okay. I've got a
Notification bell.
I've got to draw all. I've got to draw all of it though, or else it won't make any sense.
Pac-Man.
Come on, you got to get it.
Watch the monetization.
No, what's that?
I don't know.
What's this?
Fireworks. It's the number 1 on 10. The top 10.
It's a pyramid with it's like Egypt at 4th of July.
Is Easter.
Egypt at 4th of July. Oh my word.
Is it?
Right, it's 3 things put together.
Oh, okay.
That explains it.
What is this?
Thumbnail. No.
Milestone.
All right, it's a channel.
It's a channel? Oh.
Yeah.
Not PewDiePie. I already said
Yes, you got it. There you go.
Oh, what?
Well done. That was it.
What? Oh, it's a pie.
Pew.
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 Die. And then pie.
That's kind of like
Which
a
is
coffin.
funny because I had said that previously. I would have got it
but
right.
not in the right. Anyway,
win.
that was it. We've got a winner from
I
one of the
win.
worst games we've ever played on
Dan
there.
loses. All
How
right.
many people are watching now? Still 6. Oh wow! Look at that. We got nearly 1,000 people watching after that game. How brilliant is that?
The channel I selected was called Maxed Out, but I don't know how to find them.
Oh, blimey. So we're going to be able to
Because
find
I
out.
looked up Maxed Out. It's all one word. It's 1X, all one word. It's all one word, Maxed Out.
I thought I saw the icon at one point.
Okay.
Channel.
Are we going to be able to find Maxed Out on any of these?
I guess we know their
Where's
advice,
Maxed Out?
right? Change your name.
Oh wait, hold on. It's the up arrow. Go.
Yeah,
up.
I got it.
It's the up arrow one.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
All right, there we go. Thank you, Maxed Out, for playing a game you didn't even realize you'd been entered into. Right, that took 10 minutes. We may need to revise that next time we play.
Yeah,
all right, Maxed Out then. So it is a gaming channel, and it looks as if it's a shooting. What shooting game would this be in terms of Minecraft, Dan?
It's probably a mod that puts guns in Minecraft.
All right then, great. I thought there was like a shooting Minecraft themed game, but is it Roblox that does that, or maybe not?
Well, yeah, Roblox has a lot of. Well, does Roblox have?
I guess the reason I'm asking that is because we don't have a game title in any of these. So we do have one in Minecraft there. But anyway, like a channel with 450 subscribers, with this mod, whatever it is, they're getting like hundreds of views per video, which is fantastic to see.
Maybe the game is PG-3D.
There we go. Found it. Okay, great stuff. All right. I see now. Yeah, now I get it. All right then. Well, I think everything's going well for this channel, isn't it? Good thumbnails, sticking to a particular game.
Can we look up this game?
Yeah. Let's just do
Pixel Gun 3D.
Pixel Gun 3D.
Oh, I wonder if abbreviating it is working or hurting.
Looks to me, according to our own tool, it's saying that the volume is still relatively high, but there's not that much competition. And yeah, the results would seem to suggest that like second in the list is a channel with 1,000 subscribers. Top of the list is a channel with 12,000 subscribers. So this looks like a real opportunity. Wow, yeah, this is a big opportunity right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, double down. Do as much content as possible on this.
And their thumbnails are better. These thumbnails tend to be
this is really good. So maybe we're thinking like some tutorial stuff, like because if this is trending, people are going to want to learn how to play this game, Dan. I think the only thing they'd want to change is maybe update the channel banner a little bit. But yeah, and yeah, look at this. Their channel started 2 months ago.
Wow.
And look at the thumbnail evolution in that time.
That's
this
great.
is, yeah. I'm loving this channel.
Well done.
Yeah.
2
Dan,
months,
you've been
500
awfully
subscribers.
quiet.
Yeah, no, we said it all, haven't we?
Because we're just saying, great, yeah, wonderful, good stuff. But
it seems like a new game, and it seems like they're one of the first of the party. So some jealousy there, because I think that that's what a lot of gaming channels strive to do is find something that a lot of people are playing. So try to get involved with the community now and see if there's anything you can learn from them.
This is a channel that's going to reach its 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within the next 2 or 3 months and be able to monetize, isn't it? I think this is a really good channel. Yeah. And so well done to you. I don't know what else to suggest because the thumbnails are phenomenal. Yeah, just keep up with it. really good stuff. Well done to max out there.
Maybe
So
slightly longer videos, maybe to get more watch time out of them.
Oh, that's a good point, Travis. Yeah, they're averaging 5 minutes or less. So I think if you've got high watch time, it gives you a license to maybe test and do longer videos there. So that's a good suggestion from there, Travis. I'm actually glad that this person was picked from our competition, because this is a really good example of a gaming channel that's doing really well. So maxed out, big thumbs up to you. Well done.
Well done.
Good stuff there. Right. I think, Travis, did the certain person pay his dues this week?
Yeah, his credit card went through.
All right, then. Well, after this advert, he may be making an appearance.
I would subscribe to your channel just to unsubscribe from your channel. Why in the world did you get into YouTube? Your videos are terrible, your editing is trash, your thumbnails are absolutely horrendous, and your titles are boring. You should never make a video ever again. So what am I gonna do? Take your money. Hopefully before you came to me, you know a little bit about YouTube. Because personally, I'm on Instagram. I'll look at your thumbnails, your titles, and your descriptions. And then that's it. I'm just gonna look at them. I'm not gonna do anything with them. Someone needs to tell Rob that I'm redoing these shirts. Eat, sleep, savage, repeat. The one thing that I don't want to do is hear all your complaints about YouTube. No one cares. I just want you to know, no one cares. Your videos are so bad, I use them when I'm constipated. Some of you maybe have never made a YouTube video before. You're struck by fear. Well, get out of here. You should have figured that out before you came to me. If you're in a funk, I'm gonna get you a staunch.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but in the 10 minutes we were playing that Pictionary game, we gained 300 viewers, concurrent viewers, and then we immediately lost them as soon as I stopped playing the game. So I don't know if that really tells me something. Maybe we should just do an entire live stream of YouTube Pictionary. Hello, Savage. Welcome back. How are you?
Hold on, I had to press my button. I saw that Pictionary again. I don't know what you guys were doing. It was a little bit kind of hard to understand what was going on there, but I'm telling you that I'm glad to be back. I hope everyone's having a great, wonderful time as we live in these great times. I'm so happy to be here. And all the Savage students, I see you in the chat. I see you.
Yeah, well, we have lots of Savage students as well already on board, as you can see. I think I purged this list. I did purge this list, so look at that. You're actually up to 100 students already this week, and now I can actually read all of these sentences, complete these sentences where it says "I'm so savage," because I use the vidIQ tool, because I make your sub count go down, because I make you look like a little boy. I'm so savage, I'm so confused. So yeah, at this point in the live stream, if you're not familiar with this, Savage will actually take a look at some of your channels if you're a Savage student. So we'll just introduce people on how this works, Savage. So do you want to pick a random number from from the list of basically 100?
Let's go 52. Let's go 52.
52. I've just realized some glaring error that I've just made here, which is going to be, I've just realized that the first row in all of these is number 1. So whenever I've been picking numbers, I've been picking the one after the number that was actually selected.
It's still random.
Well, here's the thing about life. It's still fair. It's fine.
It's still random. Yeah, maybe I have to fix that for next week. All right, so here we go, Savage. What do you think of Queen X Shadow Flare? Interesting channel here of something.
I like that question. What do I think of this channel? My question to you, Rob, is what do you think of this channel? I mean, I look at this channel and I see a Savage student who wants to start their channel. I think that's great. They've been at it for about 2 weeks. Obviously has never paid attention to a single minute of this YouTube channel, vidIQ, because we tell people to do all these things and then they don't do them. They just open up a channel like willy-nilly. And they're like, listen, I don't care what vidIQ says. I'm not going to do none of those things. Listen, the thumbnails are nice. I'm not going to lie. But I have no idea what's going on. As a matter of fact, I had a nightmare the other day that looks like the second thumbnail there.
Did you?
That was scary.
Yeah. Is this a Pokemon animation channel? I don't know. I'm seeing Pokemon in the titles, but the video lengths are huge. I don't know where this content is coming from.
It's those ones
Speed art, I think.
Speed. Okay, look. I thought you said
right.
Speedo.
No.
Is this a Speedo channel?
No, definitely not Speedo channel.
Oh, well then I don't want to see it. If it was a Speedo channel, I'd watch it.
All right then. Well, if anybody has a Speedo channel that they want to share with Savage, make sure to do that. I've crossed off far too many tabs. I crossed off more than I was supposed to. So let's go to the Twitter channel. Oh dear, I've broken my computer a little bit here. Right.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm pressing all of the wrong buttons here. I'm supposed to be. There we go. Right, so we're looking at channel audits, and we're looking at the latest thumbnails here. Anything coming out here? You like that one, Savage? No.
You know Bob Dylan's real name is Robert Zimmerman?
Is it?
Yeah.
Thanks for that. For that. Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking at the thing.
All of a Savage crew there. Very, very good. I think we're going to pick this one. This is going to be an actual proper channel audit here. So this is Gucci Otter, and it is a quiz channel, I think, because it's can you name these brands, and then stuff that's pixelated but then comes into focus and maybe you got to guess the answer before. But then we also have some Valorant and some Fortnite montages. So this channel is a little all over the place. Is it either a quiz channel? Is it a gaming channel for people to watch and play the game on the video, which is a quiz, or is it you showing us games that you're playing? I think you definitely need to decide on that one there. Dan, any extra thoughts?
I like the name.
Is that all you've got? You like the name? Gucci Otter.
I was going to say the same thing. I think it's look at all the commas. That's too many commas.
Yeah, it's geographical quizzes and then some gaming as well. And there's a lot of games going on as well.
I gotta tell you, nothing like playing GTA and then doing a geographical test. It's literally my favorite thing I like to do. Is I'll play some GTA, beat somebody up, and then I'll say, "Listen, what's the capital of New Zealand?" That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Savage, I don't think we could have put that any better. That is 100% correct. What this channel needs to fix for their channel. But Dan likes the channel name, so you're onto a winner there. Savage, pick another channel from your list.
Okay, how about 72?
72 is the next one that Savage is going to look at here. And it's RTX Cobra. I think. Well, we haven't Savaged his channel this week, so yeah. What do you think? We were giving him a lot of credit. They've now hit 50 subscribers, so we can return to that video at some point.
55 subscribers. So now we can see what happens if it hits 50. He's going to delete his channel, hopefully. That's what we're all hoping for.
Oh, is that what you were hoping is going to happen?
I think that's what's going to happen because you playing that game. I played that game before. What is it? The Asphalt 8. So you know what's funny? I used to play basketball on Asphalt. You ever play basketball, Rob? You ever play basketball? I know you used to. I know over in England or wherever you used to be.
Yeah, it's not really a thing
they call
over there.
Football soccer, and they don't call soccer anything. So what do they call basketball over there?
Yeah, ball bouncing with no friends.
And what do they call fillet of fish over there? Don't they call like I know they have something about some hamburgers over there. They call it a Queen Royale or something like that.
No, that's in France, isn't it?
Oh, a Royale with cheese or something. I know something like that.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's enough of that channel. That's all right.
Going a little off topic there, but thank you very much. We're going to go to the big audit list now. Dan, pick a number from the big audit list because I've deleted my random number picker by accident.
892.
892. That felt random enough to pick. Okay, let's find that.
Did you know pirates used to wear earrings because they thought it improved their eyesight?
I didn't.
I don't know why they thought that, but it's true.
There you go. Pirates, earrings, better sight. Stan the Man. Interesting channel banner there. Is that a Goomba? With somebody's face on it. 50 subscribers. And what do we got, Dan? A channel that's a month old.
Dank gaming channel?
It kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Like comedy parody gaming. We've got Apex Legends, we've got CSGO, we've got, is that Fable 3 or Fable 2? That is a very old game, that one. Rainbow Six. So I'm not sure what and then simply a thumbnail that's titled "This Is Me."
Remember earlier when we said it's like looking at PewDiePie's channel. If he had 10 subscribers, we wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah,
that's the vibe I'm getting. And the point of that comment is to say, to make videos like this that look like they might be pretty funny, you kind of need that clout. You have to have a foundation to build on. If you look at PewDiePie's oldest videos, he's got a very strong foundation. And over time, they became more crazy and random with the thumbnails and the titles. And it feels like you're jumping the gun. It feels like you're doing that with your thumbnails and your titles. And it's hard to know what your channel's about. I don't know why I would subscribe. And also, you just started. So maybe this is a good time to test things out. And that's great. But you want to start building on a niche.
For a very long time, PewDiePie's channel was horror gaming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He did have a particular niche. But having said that, with 50 subscribers, you got a few videos here which are outliers, like 50 views, 60 views, including that Fable one, which is interesting. Like what was going well in those videos. And it looks to me, ironically enough, those were two of your longer videos, so maybe the longer content is also something that's working for your channel.
Did you know that Los Angeles actually has a full name? You know the city Los Angeles? Do you know that's not the full name?
What is the full name?
It's actually El Pueblo del Nostro Señora Las Reina de Los Angeles de Porcucula or something like that. That last part I can't get. But that's why they didn't put it, because you can't put, it's not LA anymore. That's EPDNSLRDLADP. Can you imagine that? Where you going this weekend? Well, I'm going to EPD. By the time you're done, you would have already got back.
All right. Thank you for.
You can look it up. It's true.
I don't doubt that. Dan, now that we know the real name for Los Angeles, which I've already forgotten, do you want to pick the next tweet that we're going to maybe look at here? Anything jumping out?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a secret thing for the next person who can come. Did you know that the Twitter bird actually has a name? You know the little tweet bird? Did you know?
Oh yeah, this thing up here.
You know what the name is?
Jeff.
The first person. Well, don't say it. The first person in the chat, they can come up with the name of the Twitter bird, the real name. Let's give them an audit. Let's do
that.
Right.
Let's do that. Done. You keep an eye on that, Savage. I like this one. I think that's very breaking the fourth wall there. Oh, that's the wrong. Oh, God, there we go. All right, we're going to audit this channel next, Dan, and this is Protocol 36. And come on, let's go to videos.
Found it. Someone got it.
Okay, great. Well, we'll look at that in a second. So, Dan, this looks to be like a DC and Marvel channel. I think it's about the comics rather than the movie universe. Although there is a bit of MCU there as well.
I'm seeing commentary on the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, seeing that as well.
Okay, so, but what we're doing is we're taking stories. This is my assumption. We're taking stories from comic books and we are translating them into like commentary. Like maybe we're speculating on things or just commenting on things we liked about the story, didn't like. But that said, it's kind of hard to tell because it kind of feels like it's just jumping around a lot. Top 5 villains I want in Marvel Avengers. So that's you stating what you'd like to see next in the Avengers. Yeah. Then what will Peter Parker's next job be in Spider-Man? So it's like commentary about these stories, and it makes it difficult because I don't know how to advise. But I think I get the concept of the channel.
I think there's a few listicle examples here, which are again just performing a little bit better than non-listicles. I think this one about what will Peter Parker's next job be in Spider-Man on the PS5 is probably a little bit too niche right now for you. A little bit too specific, I might suggest. But you have been going for like a month right now, and you've already produced a lot of content, and it feels as if you keep going back to Spider-Man. That's the one theme I'm seeing throughout. So whether that becomes your focus a little bit more, that might be something to concentrate on there. And the thumbnails are generally good as well. You are taking out from the source material, and you're using these arrows a little bit here and there. So I think keep just tweaking the thumbnails a little bit. All right, Savage. So just remind me. So the question
I put it in the group chat. I put it in the Zoom group chat. It's Larry the Bird. It's actually after Larry Bird, the basketball player back in the day. It's actually
right.
named Larry. So
Sweet.
I put the link in there. It's Green Bear.
Grith33 and Bear is the winner here of that little quiz that we had.
That's how you say that.
And this looks certainly like a dank channel.
All of a sudden, I feel bad that I came up with this contest. It seems like it was a very terrible idea. I look at this channel and I go, I don't know. What was I thinking? I'm sorry for everyone in the chat.
Well,
Green Bear.
Look, with 50 subscribers, again, this is a channel where they are getting some nice views from some of their stuff. They keep doing these official music videos. I don't know if these are parodies off of popular YouTubers, but there's some interesting stuff going on here. I have no idea how to suggest you go forward with it other than if the watch time is really high and people are enjoying the content once they get into it, do more of it and continue to be the best you up to volume 11 on YouTube if people are enjoying what you're doing. Any other extra thoughts, either of you two?
I kind of like how you put it. I think some of these have taken off better than others, and just want to double down on what's working.
I think you had most success with the official music videos, so you could have almost like niche down a little bit into that area if that's something you want to do, Green Bear. But yeah, with 50 subscribers and let's see, I think you came back to YouTube a month ago, or no, but 4 months ago with more content. It seems to be going pretty well. So yeah, that was your choice, Savage. Did you have anything to quickly add there?
You should do a YouTube channel about Twitter. Obviously, you know a lot about Twitter, but that's about all I can say to you. That's all right.
All right. And then, Savage, do you want to pick one from your list?
Okay, let's do number one. I want to see the first person who wanted to get some of this smoke.
So that is technically number two, but absolutely. We'll choose the first person who was one of your students. And it's Luffy's Prodigy is your first student of this week. And they look as if they're an anime fan. What do you think of their work?
You know what it is when I see this sort of thing? I feel like if I ever had this on my screen and the Savage mother walked in, I would get in trouble. I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable and nervous. If the Savage wife came through, I'm going to feel a little bit uncomfortable about this because she's going to think I'm up to some shenanigans and I'm going to be a little worried about that. And I have to tell her, no, it's fine. It's nothing it looks like. It looks like it's some things that it isn't. I feel like it looks like it's some things that it isn't. So listen. Right. I don't know about you, but I need to turn this off my monitor. I'm going to be scared right quick. I'm a little bit worried there, Rob. I don't know.
All right. So with that, we will take you away from that channel, not only that channel, but that brings us up to the top of the hour. And yeah, I think that is it for another series of channel audits for this week. We want to say, first of all, if you did donate to the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund, we really do appreciate that. Unfortunately, on the page that I'm on, it doesn't tell me. We did get some. All right. So I can actually read all of the people who did so. Blade Drummer, with £5. Robin Hood Stonks Trader, the fantastic username there. Let me just say that again. Robin Hood Stonks Trader with $5. Beautiful Bee with $2. TQS Frogo with £5 and Gut Manor 9 also with $2 there. Thank you to every single one of you who donated to the fund there. It is really appreciated. Savage, we've actually kept you on the line here. If you want to do some channel shout outs, go ahead.
Yeah, why not? We got. Listen, all the chats are great. All the great Savage students. I appreciate you. I see Kyle, Big Pig. I know Kyle. I grew up across the street from his uncle, Cletus Small Pig. And I see Luca plays. I know his cousin Dylan plays. And I also want to say Ben MC. I see you, Ben MC. I appreciate you. As
always, Savage, it hasn't been an honor or a privilege whatsoever.
That's all right. I'm still paying your checks. Don't worry about it.
Get off my live stream. Dan, say goodbye to some people.
Okay. Well, if they'd stop talking for a minute. Carl Legend. Goodbye. Brick Boss Productions. See ya. Moss. See you later. Stressful Pigeon. Bye.
Stressful Pigeon. That's
like
a good
name.
one.
Wave Row. See you next time. And Soundmaster BW. Stay healthy.
I like that little goodbye that you're actually giving to one. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
searching,
kinda nice.
I'm
You
searching
told me to
for,
say bye.
I'm searching for Stressful Pigeon on the channel.
One word.
There's one word. Okay, can we find it? Sorry, this is really bad for the live stream as usual. Is it this one?
Yes.
I think. Yeah, I think I'll just quickly. Let's quickly look at this channel. We love weird channel names, and Stressful Pigeon, who is a Minecraft channel. Well done on that one. Lovely channel name. And I'm going to say goodbye to the following people if I can get to the right screen. I'm going to say goodbye to Graham GG Gaming, Arise Zone, Seco Art, Carl Legend, and also WV Tech, and Like What EVS, Words of Nature, Adam Delbrook Jones, and Jonathan Anderson. All of you have just spent the last 2 hours, about an hour and 45 of that have been useful for you in terms of education, and we hope you found all of that valuable. And I think that value is time is one of the most important currencies on YouTube. I'm really ruining this outro. So make sure that when you are selling your time to your audience, you make it as valuable as possible for them. Dan, you are on screen, so you can start waving awkwardly while I fumble about on Streamlabs to find the outro link that looks something like this one. See you later, folks. Next week, normal service will be resumed, and we may do another Pictionary. I don't know. I'm a terrible artist. I might give that job to Dan. See you later.